Good morning and welcome to today's session of 10 minutes to win it every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I am popping in. Oh, let me go to Insta and turn this on. Make sure we go live. That is a separate step. So, okay, I'm live on Insta and IG. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm live here and you guys can hear me. My mic is on, so that should be good. Is a separate. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, awesome. So I got to say, I am filled with energy today and I am all fired up. I woke up, I've been waking up at around 4 a.m., like 4:10 to 4:15 every morning. So today and I haven't had this much energy in a while. Hello. Let me know who's here when you're here because I can't see everybody's name. Sometimes it just says Facebook user. And hi to everybody on Insta, on IG who's joining me. Thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about stages today, but I just have to tell you, I have been like waking up really early every morning. Granted, I don't go to bed super late. I'm in bed by 9:30, 10, but I've been waking up at like 4 a.m. and it's crazy. Hi, Laverne. Is this Laverne? Laverne, nice to see you. Hello, great day. So great to see you. So great to see. Thank you for joining me. Yay! Love seeing new people on. So I'm just filled with energy today. So we're just gonna rock and roll. We're talking about stages, which is one of my favorite things. We're talking about all week networking. Yeah, I'm waking up super early every morning and it's now catching up to me where the energy is kicking in. So, which is fantastic. And I'm not trying to wake up early. It's just happening, which is great because I wake up energized and with so much, so many things that I want to share. So these live streams have really helped me with getting my creative juices flowing. So I'm really excited to keep doing this every day and bringing whatever I can share to you to support you in growing your business. So, I love the stage. Yes. Okay. Awesome. If you're on stages and you want to share where you are and what you're doing, please do, Laverne. Don't hold back. Like, let us know what you're up to. And you wake up energized. Yes. So exciting. I love having fellow early risers with me. I wasn't always that way. I used to be a sleeper, but as I'm getting older, it's shifting, which is really interesting, but it's shifting. My daughter is a sleeper. She's like I used to be. So I know eventually she'll grow out of that too. But anyway, let's talk about stages. All this week, we're talking about networking and we're talking about collaborations, because if you're not doing this in your business, especially collaborations comes through networking. So in order to create collaborations, you need to be networking with people in order to make those connections and relationships happen. So collaborations are the new currency. So if you're not collaborating, if you're not growing your network, and I know for introverts like me, if you're an introvert like me, that can seem daunting and challenging. But so this week we've really laid it out for you of why it's really important to be building your network, growing your network, because your network is your net worth. I know you've heard that. And collaborations are the new currency. So if you don't have this as part of your strategic plan inside of your business this year, go back and put it in there. Go back and put it in there like right now. Because it is a must in order to be growing your business. So I'm going to share with you today the different collaborations that you can be moving toward and building inside of your business. And as I shared yesterday, I shared in like 6 ways of building your network yesterday. I'm going to talk about the 6 different types of ways of creating your stages. And there's 2 types of stages. Hello. Collaboration is it? I don't have it's currency. I think that's what it says. I don't have my glasses on, so I think that might be Chrissy. So I'm going to talk about 2 stages today, but we're going to give you 6 different options. So really make this really simple for you. It's a no-brainer why this take 10 minutes today and figure out which one you want to focus on. You don't have to focus on all of them at once. So I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm just here to give you the simple steps and places that you can be building your network and creating collaborations. And with collaborations comes building your audience and creating new clients inside of your business, which is important, right? Because if we're not creating revenue inside of our business, for those of you who have been with me for a while, what do we have? We have a hobby. We don't have a business, and we want a hobby. We want a business, not a hobby, right? We don't want a hobby. We want a business. So let's talk about the two types of stages. The first one are other people's stages. And that's what I really want you to think about this and make this part of your strategy. Yes, it's important that we have our own stages, and that's the other stage. There's two, our own and other people's. But I really want you to spend some time in your business getting on other people's stages. And I'm going to share with you what those other stages are. So let's talk about some easy ways of getting on stages. So first, there's virtual stages, right? There's virtual stages. And the one of them that I love the most, and this is near and dear to my heart, because I actually meant to look at we're going to talk about podcasts. I actually wanted to look at, before I hopped on here today, how many podcasts I have already been on this year, because it's a lot. And I have a whole list of them, and I didn't get to do that. So I will share that with you, though, tomorrow, of how many I've already completed interviews for and how many we have scheduled coming up so far. So getting on podcasts is a fabulous way of getting your message out there. And there's so many different benefits of it. Yes, you can reach an audience and build your audience. Make sure that you have a call to action. Podcast isn't just about sharing your knowledge. Yes, it's great. We want to give tremendous value to the host's audience, because at the end of the day, we're here to serve them. That's the first goal, to serve their audience. Because what is the podcaster's number one goal? The number one goal for their podcast host is to grow their audience. In order to do that, we must be serving the audience that they have and attracting new audience members to their podcast. So our number one goal on getting on a specific podcast is, how can we serve that podcast host the best, right? And that comes with serving their audience with our expertise. So yes, we want to provide massive value, but for you also want to provide a call to action. And that call to action can be different things. And I'm not here to teach you how to grow your audience today. We're actually talking about networking, collaboration, but podcast is an important piece of building your network, because the great thing about being on podcasts is now you're building your Rolodex of other entrepreneurs out there. And there's possible other collaborations that can come from connecting to a podcast host. Even as a podcast host yourself, which I am, which is why podcasting and being guests on podcasts is near and dear to my heart, because I truly believe it's a media that is a must if you're an online entrepreneur, to be getting out there, growing your audience. And if you're a podcast host, having guests on your podcast is a great way to build those relationships and connections. I actually am on a podcast on Friday. And when I was filling out the form, one of the questions was, do you have referrals for people that could guest on their podcast? And I'm an absolute yes. I have many referrals, and I'm going to put a list together for them. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't on, one, guesting on podcasts, and two, bringing guests onto my podcast. And I'm not saying to jump on to hosting your own podcast right now. If that's something that you want to do, let's chat. I'm happy to support you there. But you should be getting on podcasts if you don't have whether you do or not have your own podcast. Super important. Also, getting on podcasts is really going to be helping you dial in your messaging, really getting clear on your messaging. The more podcasts that you're on, you're going to be amazed at how good you get at sharing your message, about how clear you are with the problem you solve, the solution you provide, and the avatar that you provide that for. So it's by getting out there and getting on this virtual stage, you're just going to really hone in your messaging. You're going to be able to reach more of the masses, and you're going to be able to attract more of your ideal client. And before we stop on podcasts, I want to say, make sure that you have a call to action on any podcast that you're on. So if they do allow promotion, make sure that you have some type of call to action. My recommendation would be a free gift or something, or if you have a challenge or an event coming up, to promote that, because one, it's going to build your email list, and it's going to grow your audience, and that's going to lead them closer to working with you. Okay. Webinars is also another virtual stage that you can create yourself, whether it's a collaboration that you're doing. but also a stage that you can really put your message out there and share with your audience a quick, simple win and move them closer to working with you. Live streams are a great way, is a great virtual stage and a great place for you to collaborate. You can bring people into your live streams, and you can do live streams on multiple platforms. Every day for our 10 minutes to win it, I'm streaming on 4, 5, 6 that I can think of right now, 6 platforms at one time. So I'm getting my message out to more people. And I can also collaborate, which means I can bring somebody, a guest, onto my live streams, and I can spread that out to my 6 platforms and vice versa. When we collaborate, we're more likely to have our people, them to reciprocate and have them on their platforms as well. Sorry, my screen just went black, dark, and I can't see you guys. So you can live stream on YouTube. You can live stream on LinkedIn. You can live stream on Instagram. You can live stream on your personal profile page on Facebook. You can live stream into your business page if you have one on Facebook. If you have Facebook groups, this is another place. This is another place for a virtual stage. If you have a Facebook group, you can live stream into there. Also, Facebook groups are great stages because they are attracting your specific ideal client, and you're creating community, and you can host live trainings in there. And you can start building your authority and growing your audience and then moving them into your offers. So that's another great stage for you to be on. And you can bring people into your Facebook group to support your members, which is a great another way of collaborating. You can bring in guest experts into your Facebook group. Same thing with if you're running a program, you can bring in guest experts into your program, which I love to do because one, it provides value to my members, my clients that I specifically cannot provide. That's not my zone of genius. So by collaborating with other entrepreneurs, I'm able to support my clients in a much bigger and better way to get them the best results that we can get them, and over deliver also on what our promises are inside of the group. Now, as far as like physical stages, you can do local networking events. This can be, you can join your Rotary, like your local Rotaries, and speak in front of them. You can do host a free event somewhere and have a stage there. There's local networking events that you can speak at. So you can actually start building and honing in your physical, your in-person speaking muscle, which can be scary for some. If we could be really good at virtual stages, but then when we move to a physical stage, when it's new, the fear is going to show up. The nervousness is going to show up. So by getting on smaller local stages to start, you're going to be able to hone in that message and also hone in your signature talk, which is really important to have so you can move people through the journey of knowing who you are, your story, giving them a win, right? Providing value, providing information. And then if you're able to make an offer, make your offer so that you can grow your client base. And physical stages are a great way to do that. And the second physical stage is the larger stages like conferences, which could be whether it's state, it could be state. So it could be on more of a statewide level, which is bigger. It's going to be a bigger audience than say your local organizations, and or national stages. But in order to do that, you typically need to have some experience, and the experience can begins with getting on those local stages. So those are the different stages where you can build your network, grow your network, create collaborations with other people inside of your industry. And your own stages would be things like your challenge, right? If you're running a challenge or if you're hosting a webinar. Another great collaboration is summits that I didn't talk about. And that's a virtual stage as well, is whether you're hosting your own summit or you are an expert on a summit. So for example, I've been just in the last 2 months, I was in 3 or 4 summits. I'll be in another summit at the end of this month, and I will be hosting a summit at the end of March. So these are great ways to build collaborations and grow your network. So this is growing your Rolodex. So the more times you do these and the more you get involved with working with other entrepreneurs, the more you're going to have an easy an easy ask and a Rolodex of experts that you can go into no matter what you're hosting, right? And also they're going to have a Rolodex with you in it to invite you to be on more events with them, which means what for you? That means growing your audience, and that means creating more clients that you would have never gotten in front of otherwise. So the network, do you see how important networking and collaborations are? Like I said, if you are not doing this inside of your business, then you're leaving money on the table so much. So my question for you is, which one of these are you going to take action on today? Hi, Kelly. How are you? Great to see you. It's so great to see some new people on this today. I'm so excited. So my question for you is, which stage, what kind of networking are you going to move the needle forward in your business today? What kind of collaborations are you going to start creating? Make a plan, write it down, right? Like I said, if you don't have building your network and creating collaborations inside of your strategic plan for your business for 2024, you better add it on there now. Okay, add it on there now. And I want to know which one you're going to reach out to today. Podcast, super simple. If there's a podcast you listen to and you want to, and you feel like you're the perfect fit for it, and you know you can provide massive value for that audience, reach out. I have a podcast called Be She. Be seen, be heard, be empowered. We are booked out with interviews through April already, which is super exciting. So reach out to people. They may not have an opening right away, but you can get on the calendar. You can get on the recording. Many of the podcasts that I'm on that I'm recording now, some will come out right away. Some will come out in say 3 to 6 months. But guess what that does for you? That shows visibility. That gets you visible, because when you're on a podcast, that host wants you to support them in promoting it. And you also get to promote what your message to your audience that you already have, and they're promoting you and your message to their audience on their social media platforms as well. So this is a great way. It's a fun way too. It's a really fun way of a way of having fun inside of your business. Entrepreneurship can be lonely. It can be hard. It is hard. However, you can have fun along the way. I give you permission. And one of the most fun ways of doing that inside of your business is getting on podcasts. So if you are struggling with getting visible, if you are struggling with creating your events and creating your own stage or getting on other stages, let's talk, let's connect. Let's see how I can support you in that and how we can work together. Don't wait. We're in February. The time is now. Don't let, I don't know where you were in 2023, but if you are not where you want to be right now and you feel like you need more visibility for yourself because you are your brand, you are your business brand, then let's talk. And you can go to do that. You can go to scalewithheidi.com. Make it easy. Scalewithheidi.com. Go there and you can schedule your call. You'll talk with me directly. You're not going to talk to some random person. You will talk with me. And I'll see what I can do to support you and if I can support you. So let's connect and take action today. And I love this sweatshirt because it says perfectly imperfect. So take perfectly imperfect action today. Pitch someone on getting their podcast, send them an email, be real, step out of your comfort zone, have some fun, and let us know below what you're taking action on today so we can celebrate you, so I can celebrate you. Have an incredible day. Tomorrow comes our announcement. I've been telling you we have an announcement coming, and we're working diligently on putting the final steps together to present it with you tomorrow, to share it with you tomorrow. I'm super excited about this thing we're putting together. Can't wait to tell you. So if you're new on the newer side of business, if you're on the newer side of entrepreneurship, this has been, really something that's been on my heart for a while, that we're getting it together, because I new entrepreneurs are near and dear to my heart. I work with seasoned ones, but new ones, I know that we can struggle. You can struggle on getting to where you want to go quickly, because I did. I spun my wheels for a while. So I want to take that guesswork out and make a lot of the things in your business when it comes to starting it, especially if you're not in the growth stage of where you want to be, making it super easy for you and taking the guesswork. So that's coming tomorrow. So stay tuned and come back and see me. So I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern every day, Monday through Friday, for the 10 minutes to win it. Have an amazing day. Tell us what you're working on today that you're going to take action on so I can celebrate you. And if you're feeling like you need more visibility, if you're feeling stuck in your business and you want to know your next step, reach out. Connect with me at scalewithheidi.com and let's have a conversation. I will have an amazing day and I'll see you tomorrow.